Hello, this is Kathy Cross Reese coming to you on day 71 of 365 Reflections. Each day I'm coming to you giving you a recap of the day and a reflection on Proverbs as well as a reflection on my day. So today being Proverbs 12, and I always like to ask the question because I want to know, how are you doing? I hope you are well. I am well. I'll put that in the chat. I'm grateful that I'm coming on earlier than I have the last couple of nights, and I still intend to come earlier. How are you doing? I still intend to come earlier every night. I make those, what is it, good intentions? If good intentions could actually get you to do what you say you're going to do, then they wouldn't just be good intentions, they'd be actions. So that's my reflection. And so today starts out like every day with communion. I think that's the best way to start the day, giving first to God. And by doing that, I'm remembering the sacrifice that He made for me. And sometimes when you think, or when I think of communion, I think of the time that they were at the table, right? When Jesus broke the bread and passed it around and symbolized his body. But really, communion is more about the life of Jesus and the ultimate giving of himself for us and all that he accepted because he was fully God and fully man. He did not have to accept what was given to him. In fact, just like a human, he pleaded, if there's another way, let it be, if there's another way, but not my will, your will. And so that was the human side of him, I believe, that part where we really don't want to do something that we know we've committed to doing, right? Because the lamb was slain before the beginning of time. So this was already predestined. He was going to do this, but it didn't make it any easier. And so when I think of communion, I think of the life of Jesus. Um, so that was the start of the day. And then I did something smart. I went back to bed because I was tired. I think I had only had 3 hours of sleep. I think 3 hours of sleep. So I went back to sleep. Now, tomorrow is not going to be so easy to do that because I do have some early appointments. Thursdays are my early days. I serve in a Lions Club, and so we meet at my church, and I have the key to let us in. So I'll be opening the door, but before I do that, I'm going to drop the car off for my daughter to use because she doesn't have a car. So early, early, early. So I will make sure that I'm trying to think what else that I want to share with you. I had my program today, and today I talked about capital. Well, before I talk about that, I was also on a Kingdom Option Trading call this afternoon. And before then, I went to a memorial service for a dear uh, friend whose husband and business partner, she's a friend and business partner, her husband's memorial. Went to that today, and that was a really nice time. And you see people that you haven't seen in years, and people know you, you don't necessarily know them. It was bittersweet, right? Bittersweet anytime you go to a memorial service. It was a celebration of life slash memorial service because it was in her home. Not because it was in her home, but it was in her home. And so after that, I had the Kingdom Option Trading call with level two. That was interesting because I'm still catching up between level one and level two. If you're a trader, if you trade options, just you know, there's the buying and there's the selling. Or should I say there's the selling, which is the level one, and then there's the buying, which is the level two. And yeah, I'm just learning how to really read charts and watch patterns and get the setup for the actual trying to find a right word to get the setup to actually take the trade. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, and then after that, I went to my challenge, not my challenge, my program, where we talked about capital. And capital is not just about money. We talked about acquiring capital. And a capital, again, is not just money, it's resources, ideas, skill sets. It's a lot more than money. However, in order to fund your dream and your vision, you are going to need some capital. Capital. And again, it's not just money. Sometimes it's your ideas, your thoughts, your skill sets, your resources. What do you have? What are you working with? So that is what I did in my program today. So that was fun. And tonight I caught the tail end of Bible study. I didn't catch it all. Um, so I'll have to catch the replay because there was kind of some trivia in there. And I love trivia. I love to try and figure things out. So that was pretty much the day. I did get to see both grandsons. I have one grandson here with me tonight, and the other ones are in their respective homes. So it's always nice to see grandsons. I hear people say, "Oh, I like to have them visit and leave," but really, I enjoy spending time with them, playing with them. I mean, I think I'm kind of a big kid in that regard, so I play football with them, kickball, whatever they want to play. And I play it in house. My husband's like, don't play ball in the house. Anyway, so I want to close us out tonight. That's my reflection. Oh, I missed the important part. Proverbs 12. Let me share a takeaway from Proverbs 12 that I read in let's see which version I'm going to use. I really like the Passion, NIV, and I like Amplify. I'm starting to really get into Amplify because it expounds, it amplifies, like it says, right? Amplify version, but I like that. So let me find Proverbs 12. I think I'm going to need glasses. Proverbs 12. Okay, Proverbs 12. And find yep, Proverbs 12. Which version do I have? Okay, I have NIV. And uh, yeah, very colorful. Very colorful because it's another one of my favorite chapters. Okay, so it looks like I have the first 6 verses, then verse 9, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, 25. Mm. So we'll pick a number, right? I like this one. Well, no, maybe, let's see. Ooh, these are so good. Okay. Since I'm dealing with a client right now that's not doing this, I want to read this. Maybe they'll hear. Verse 17, an honest witness tells the truth. You know who you are. You need to tell the truth. The truth. But a false witness tells lies. Yes. That's verse 17. I'm going to jump to 19 because we're talking about the truth. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue lasts only a moment. Okay. Please let that lying tongue only last a moment because the lies are going around and around and around. Client, you know who you are. Maybe you don't. Sometimes I think people believe what they're saying, they believe it to be true. So I can't say that. So that is my takeaway for tonight. And I want to close with one of my favorite stars from the comedy era and when I was coming up, which is Carol Burnett. And she always sang the song at the end, and she did the thing with her ear in to let her mother know she was safe. So I'm going to do that because even though my mother's here, my mother my mother needs to know that I'm safe because sometimes she isn't always here cognitively, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. It seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes a time we have to say so long. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams.